The whole idea of being a human being is to do as much good as possible for others. This space here at Earth Sanctuary seems to have a very positive effect on people who visit. I met a woman in the center of the Cottonwood Stone Circle once who told me this was one of 2 places she felt safe. I met a family, a father with kids, divorced father. His kids told me they just had their best conversation they'd ever had with their dad in this stone circle. The Women's Breast Cancer Survivor Group come here. And there's 12 stones on the outside of the stone circle for 12 months of the year. And these women will go to each stone and remember their emotional experience in each of the last 12 months. These, to me, are the kind of experiences we need more of. They bring union, they bring understanding, they bring realization. It's all about love, it's about kindness, it's about safety and spirit. My name's Chuck Pettis, and I'm the founder and creator of Earth Sanctuary. Earth Sanctuary is a sculpture garden of sacred spaces, and within the art world, it's environmental art. My vision for Earth Sanctuary is threefold. First of all, Earth Sanctuary is a nature reserve. You know, we've got climate change, global warming, we're losing species, and rather than getting all upset about the bad things going on with the earth and the environment, I decided to focus on the 72 acres of Earth Sanctuary and do an exemplary job of restoration. We've planted over 3,250 trees here, over 20 species. We planted over 15,000 native plants. And we put together a 500-year plan to return this property to mature old-growth forest, which in the Pacific Northwest is the most diverse ecosystem. Then I've always loved sacred spaces. I've been to hundreds of sacred spaces and stone circles around the world. I've written a book called Secrets of Sacred Space. It is the principles and techniques to create a place that's sacred and spiritual. So we have this stone circle, we have another stone circle called the Fen Stone Circle, we have 2 Native American medicine wheels, we have a megalithic dolmen, we have a beautiful Salal, Pennsylvania bluestone labyrinth, we have some contemporary sculptures, so it's a place that combines art and spirit to create a place for prayer and meditation, which is really the third part of Earth Sanctuary for me. Is I don't know anybody who's praying or meditating too much. So I've tried to create a space and environment where people feel comfortable being peaceful, doing a prayer, doing a meditation, and bring a little bit more peacefulness and spirit into their lives. The inspiration actually started when I was in college. I got a degree in psychology from Carnegie Mellon University, and while I was there I got interested in Buckminster Fuller, who designed geodesic domes, and then we did inflatables and we did Earth Day. We noticed that people's consciousness changed, that when they went into a dome there were no corners. It was, it quieted down, people got quiet. And so this is the psychology of space, to create space that alters people's reality in a way that's uplifting and spiritual. When I give people tours, I'll do a 60-second meditation for people to count their breaths, or to do another silent meditation so that they can get into their body and actually feel what's going on. Each of the sacred spaces here at Earth Sanctuary has a different feeling. So when people come, it's like a fun thing to try would be to go to the center of the space and close your eyes and feel your sensations and see, what do you pick up on? So this is a Tibetan prayer wheel, but this is really a special prayer wheel. It's filled with 128 DVDs with 1.3 trillion prayers. And in Tibetan Buddhism, we believe that when you spin the prayer wheel with an intention or prayer of may all beings be happy, may all beings be free of suffering, it has the same benefit as if you just said as many prayers as there are inside the prayer wheel, times how many times it goes around. So if you said a prayer nonstop, 24 hours a day, it would take you over 40,000 years to say 1 revolutions of this prayer wheel. That's a lot of prayers. So there's 2 Tibet Tech prayer wheels here at Earth Sanctuary, and between the 2 of them, they have spun at least over 2.5 million times 1.3 trillion prayers. So if you're into power of prayer, come and give the prayer wheel a spin. The Dolmen was the first sacred space at Earth Sanctuary. It is modeled after a dolmen, which is kind of like a stone table, if you will, a chamber that I really liked in Carnac, France, Bretagne. And it has a clear inside and a clear outside. And it is over a ley line power center. There's a blind spring. If we drilled a well, there'd be a water well there. And His Holiness Jigdal Dakshin Sakya, head Lama of Sakya Monastery of Tibetan Buddhism in Seattle, came up with a monk and did the first ceremony here, spiritual ceremony for the blessing and the consecration of the dolmen. So to me, Earth Sanctuary is how much good can I do in my life for others? And to me, that's the bottom line of being a human being, is to do as much good as possible, because we aren't going to be here, we're all going to pass. I would just encourage people to just think about how they can make a positive difference in their lives and the people around them and their family and friends, and to do it sooner rather than later.